Welcome to Introduction to Java Programming. In today's episode, we'll look at the break example if we want to break a loop. Let's first create the main method. Let's write a small program. So we are before loop, okay? And if we have boolean running is equal to true, and here we can check if running. So if the loop is running, let me change this one. So that means the loop will keep running infinitely until unless we stop it. And this expression here, like if condition, this while loop also accepts a condition which has all the capability which an if condition is. So this is just an if condition which will be checked again and again and again until that is true. It will keep running. So this is a boolean expression. So running is basically a boolean variable which is true, and what the program will does is it will compare it. If running is true, the value of the running is true, this will keep running. And if we say not running, so we are just saying it's not true, which means it's false. So it will check if running is not equal to true. Okay, which also mean that it will check if running is false. This is one and same thing. Okay, and here we print some message in loop and after loop. So this is just a small program. Let's try this. So before loop and after loop, I didn't run this in loop. Why? Because we say running is true, and when we say not running, which means it will check the false condition. So if I say you are not a good person, so not is basically negating the good, so that becomes then you are a bad person. And if I say you are not a bad person, that's also negating the bad, and that this means you are a good person. Here if you can look at here, this IntelliJ editor is detecting that condition not running is always false, because here we defined it, and at the second line we just using it in a reverse way, so it's telling that this code will not run. Okay, so let's say I want to run, and then I will create a variable count is equal to 0. Here I would say if count is greater than 5, then we will say running is equal to false. Okay, and here we say in loop, so in loop 2 we gonna call it. So, and also we have to increment this value as well. Okay, so this is our program. Actually this loop won't run, so we just run this code. So every time it print in loop, then the second line here in loop, this is first line, and then there is a condition, and in loop there is a second line. That's how it's running. So it's printing first line, second line, first line, second line, and in the end it ends like when this running is false, it's come down, and then this loop breaks. But what if we want to just break the loop? We just don't want to run anything after that. I can use here the statement break here like this, and if I run this program, so you see every time it say loop 1 2 1 2 1 2, and when it prints last time when it print loop 1 and we write this break statement, it doesn't print loop 2, so it directly goes here. So let me run this program one by one so you understand. easily. So I'm gonna say if it's 3, okay, and I would say here ping, and here I would say pong. So I'm going to run this program by debugging. Don't worry about debugging, I'm just explaining you how the code will execute. So let's run this. Okay, so the program started from here and it came to this position, and then we can run like the first line is executed, and okay, so it printed before loop, right, this thing. Then it sets the variable running to true. We can see here running value is true. The debugger is also showing us the after evaluating it. So now in the second line it creates a variable count and set the value to 0, and then it checks if the running is true, like the condition is true, which is it will go inside, print the ping, it increment the counter. Now the value of counter we can see here 1. Okay, and it says that this condition is false if count is greater than 3. So count is 1, which is false, so it will skip this thing and go to whatever the other line is. So it will then print pong, right, and then it goes back up and check the condition again. So it will again print this ping, increment the counter. We can see here the ping, and it goes for the count, it's 2, and then it print the pong. We can see here it's print. Then again it checks the condition, so it's still running. It's come down, print the ping, and then checks the condition. If count is greater than 3, count is 3, so 3 greater than 3 false. Now it will come print pong again here and go back up. Again print the ping and check the condition. 4 is greater than 3. Now that is true, and it will just the condition is true, so it will break like here. After the breaking it will ignore everything and it will land right outside the ending of this loop. So here this loop ends, it will land here on line 18th after this line. Let's run this, and you can see here it didn't executed this line, just a break. We can still see here the value of the running is true, like the loop has the condition to run it again, but the break basically broke everything and it just cut out of this block and landed here outside. So that's what the power of the break is. Sometime in program we just want to break everything and we want to exit after it didn't print pong but it printed after loop, and here is the program at the end. And if we run this line, so it says the program terminated and all these things, program is exited. Don't worry about this line for now. So here is the thing, it tells us like our process is finished successfully because the exit code is 0. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.